Good morning, everybody. How are we today? It is September the 22nd, and I have been seeing the number 22, 22, 22 for such a long period of time. And with this eclipse that's just gone on and the various shifts that are taking place in humanity, this is a very key time to be here on Earth. You can look at that as a negative or a positive, but I'm here to bring the positive of it. I've been hearing a lot about allowing the fragrance of your soul to come through. I've been seeing lots of visions, I've been having dreams, and I've been walking a spiritual path for as long as I can remember, even since being like a tiny little girl, even a baby. But it's developed over time, and lots of different avenues and lots of different views on things. But the more I walk, the more I feel like it's opening up, and the reasons as to why I particularly am here on Earth are becoming more and more clarified. But Spirit has been speaking to me a lot through visions all my life, and recently I've been having visions about the time that we are in on Earth at this moment, and who we really are at our core. Now, it is my belief that we are all threefold. We have a physical vessel, we have a soul, we have a spirit. And those three have to be intertwined. My name means Rebecca, which is a 3-strand cord that's bound, and to make like a rope, and a 3-strand cord will not easily be broken. I believe that you cannot have a life where you're avoiding or dismissing one of these elements. If you're not taking care of your physical vessel, you're going to suffer. If you're not taking care or listening to your soul, you're going to suffer in some way. And if you're not allowing your spirit, your true purpose, your dharma, your purpose to come through, you're also going to suffer. Because these things are all elements of you, and we can walk around this life ignoring aspects of ourselves, completely oblivious to it. That's why it talks about, I was blind, but now I see. There are parts of you that in this earthly structure, we talk about it being the matrix, the programming of this earthly realm is designed to make you dismiss your spiritual aspect. It's designed to keep you programmed to be born, grow up, go to school, go to college, get a mortgage, work 9 to 5, then retire, then die. Literally, it's just programmed to go just living on this superficial level that brings no prospects of purpose and ritual and connection and a sense of worth, because you know that you've got something to offer, you know that you're here for a reason, and if you have no vision, then you will suffer. It says a man without vision will perish, and I believe that the way that this structure is, this programming, is to give you no vision. Their vision is your vision. Their vision, they're telling you what your vision is: 9 to 5, work this job, earn a lot of money, work to live, and then you're constantly chasing your tail. You're constantly chasing, when can I have a break? When can I afford to have a holiday? When can I afford to do this? When can I afford? And it's just a rat race. It's a trap. It's we're just puppets on a string. And I've broken away from all that mentally. I just don't listen to it. I don't abide to it. I'm not part of that system. I don't, I'm in it, but I'm not in it, I just don't. I work for myself. I I live the way that Spirit tells me to live, and it's often very controversial and people don't understand it, but it works. It works for me, and it works because I need freedom, I need space, I need creativity, I need to live and breathe and move and have my being. I cannot be confined to structures and models of 9 to 5, working a job that does not satisfy my soul. And I believe that because I'm tuned into that spiritual aspect, one of my roles, one of my gifts is to wake people up to understand that there's things in you that are crying to be released. There are parts of you that have this hunger and this thirst to be free, to be out. There's something nagging at you, or maybe you have no feelings of that. You're completely just oblivious because you haven't had an awakening, they call it. You haven't had a shaking. Often the times when people start to hear that voice and have that hunger and thirst to do something different, and they're feeling called towards something other than what they've been doing on a loop cycle, it comes through some sort of shake-up of your life. It's not always traumatic, but it can be a shake-up. It can be a move. It can be a relationship fail. It can be the death of someone. I would say the last one is pretty traumatic, but it's a shaking. And sometimes we're looking at life trying to hold everything together. I want everything to be the same. Well, the only thing is, like, constant is change. And change is there for your good. Change is there to evolve you. Change is there for growth. But it's barely ever comfortable. But in the surrendering of change, you can ask the questions once you've done it a few times, like, okay, so all those things that are moving out of my life or shifting in their priorities or moving slightly away from me, but they're still there, but it's different, the setup's different. Those are times when maybe we start to it's like a waking up to what do I want? What am I relying on? What am I? And long and short of it, the dreams that I've been having recently it's my highest self. So there's this higher version of you, which is the version of you that is fully in their power, fully in their presence, fully in their purpose, know who the beep they are, without question. They are the fullest version, the highest version of yourself. And then we have like these little avatars on Earth, which is this. And that highest version should be leading your life. It's like a magnet in the sky or the spiritual realms. And it should be leading you as the avatar, this little being that is walking around on Earth. If you're connected to it, you're going to be walking in the path of your highest self. If you're not at all aware of any parts of you other than this, 5 senses, you're not going to notice, or you're going to those things are not going to be in your peripheral. You're not going to notice. You're not going to have a curiosity because you're completely shut off to it. And your truth is what's in front of you, the food on your table, the car in your yard. It's very here and now, and you won't see it. There are levels, and that's one way of living. And then you might have a shattering or a breaking or a cracking. And in those little cracks, a part of your soul starts to ask questions. A part of you starts to come alive. And then when you've had these awakenings, you're then very much aware of operating, not only seeing it, but operating from those places rather than here. So it's like I'm here on Earth, but I don't operate as most people would, because once you realize that actually works, this doesn't, and it's working for me, not against me. So these dreams that I'm having, I'm seeing like my higher self has this mission and this calling, and my calling is to wake other people up through my voice, through my singing, through the conversations and the interactions that I have with people. But your highest self has a completely different purpose, or maybe it's the same. Sometimes birds of a feather flock together. But what I was seeing recently is like the spark coming out of my eyes, the spirit coming out of my eyes, and people seeing it and recognizing and hearing the truth in my words, and something resonating, and them waking up, and their highest path starts to activate and come alive. So what's yours? What's yours? Who are you? What you're here for? I'd love to know. Drop it in the comments.